My question is to the Treasurer. How is the Albanese Labor government cutting taxes for workers and making the budget more sustainable? How does this compare with other approaches?
Call to the Treasurer.
Thank you, Speaker. There is no finer local member in this parliament than the member for Blair. I thank him for his question, and I also, on behalf of his friends on this side of the House, I send my best wishes to Carolyn as well as she recovers from some of her health challenges in recent times. Now, this government is hard at work putting our fifth budget together, Mr Speaker, and there will be a major focus on inflation in the near term, productivity over the medium term, and also making our economy more resilient at a time of extreme global uncertainty. Now, developments in the Middle East are an important reminder of volatility in the global economy right now, and we are closely monitoring implications for oil prices in particular. Annual inflation was steady in January, much lower than we inherited, but already higher than we'd like because of a combination of temporary and more persistent pressures. That's why we are helping with the cost of living in ways that those opposite don't support. It's also why we are improving the budget in ways that they were incapable of, Mr Speaker. We found $114 billion in savings. We've delivered 2 surpluses. We got their debt down by $176 billion. We improved the budget position in the MYEFO in December, Mr Speaker, but we do know that there is more work to do. But we are strengthening the budget at the same time as we are cutting income taxes for all 14 million taxpayers. And because of our combined tax cuts, Mr Speaker, an average taxpayer will keep an extra $50 a week to help with the cost of living. Now, if the new opposition leader had his way, Australians would not be getting a tax cut this year or next year, and deficits would be bigger in both years as well. He was the shadow treasurer responsible for their policy of higher taxes for every taxpayer, bigger deficits and more debt, Mr Speaker. Not content with being the worst minister in the Morrison government, he was also the worst shadow treasurer in memory, so they made him the leader of the Liberal Party, Mr Speaker. They made him the leader of the Liberal Party, Mr Speaker, and this is why they can't release their election review. Because, and I've seen it, Mr Speaker, and I read on page 21. I refer you to page 21 of the unreleased election review, Mr Speaker, which says
Order. Members on my right. The Minister for Defence Industry. Order. Order. When the House. The Deputy Leader of the Opposition in the House is rising on a point of order.
It's a relevance. Standing Order 104. The member for Blair asked about tax cuts and budget repair. He also mentioned other approaches. He didn't ask for an impression of Paul Keating, where he just goes on the attack.
Order. 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 The Deputy Leader of the Opposition in the House, I will remind, needs to state the point of order, and the Treasurer was asked. Order. That was an abuse of the point of order process, but we're just going to deal with this. He was asked. He wasn't asked alternative approach. He was, how does it compare with other approaches? So there was difference. It is the Treasurer's birthday with the Prime Minister, so I'm feeling generous today. But the rules still apply to everyone. So I'll just remind the Treasurer to be directly relevant to the question he was asked.
It's very kind of you, Mr Speaker, but not as kind as the Shadow Minister. What a gift on my birthday, Mr Speaker. Thank you very much. But the point I'm making is we're for lower taxes and for smaller deficits. They're for higher income taxes and bigger deficits, and that's why their election review says that that's what cost them their economic credentials, Mr Speaker. It says that on page 21. I refer everyone to it. Mr Speaker, the member for Hume is the economic and political genius who is responsible for the mess that they're in right now, Mr Speaker. And by electing him their leader, they've shown they haven't learned a thing and they haven't changed a bit.